What's going on, guys? Kivox here, and welcome to a way overdue new WandsDay. This is going to be a weird one. I'm not feeling that great, as you guys could probably tell by how I sound. I'm super nasally. This whole side of my face is like dead. My eyes like watering all day long. I just been like, I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze. And it's been my life all day long. My eyes starting to turn red. My nose just feels like I've been rubbing it up against cement all day. Needless to say, guys, needless to say, this week sucked, but I got 4 wands made this week. Stayed up till like 1:30 last night, making a ton of noise in the house. I don't know how Meekachii sleeps, but I went downstairs. She was passed out. I do have 4 wands for you, and I do not know when they are going to be going up in the shop, but keep an eye on the shop. If you're on Patreon, you're getting to look at these a little bit early. So if you are interested in any of these, any 4 of these, let me know on Patreon. Send me a message or on the comment section of this video. Let me know so I could save it for you. So when it goes up and somebody else doesn't buy it. Okay? That's the deal with the Patreon patrons. Whoever calls dibs on it first, I'll hold it for you. But you have to be ready to buy it as soon as the wand goes up. So just keep that in mind. Okay? All right? Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's start off with this one's like probably the most, how do I describe this? I would say that this one is the simplest design, but also probably the most elegant. And by the way, elegant just pretty much means simple. This is the most elegant design out of all of these today, as the smoothest lines and the simplest design. It may remind you of one of the other wands that I made, mostly because of the material that it's made out of. This is made out of black palm, and it has this cool shape to it. Obviously it's a pommel heavy, so you're gonna want to hold it like this. It reminds me a bit of the other one that I made out of the same material. Meekachii calls it the avocado wand because it has the bulbousy end here. I just love how black palm, how the end grain of it looks. So that's the reason that I did that. You can see the end grain is like a bunch of little dots. So I love adding in shapes like this. I also gave it a little bit more of a semi-gloss finish to it. It's not extremely glossy, but I tried to make it a little bit glossier, just to kind of change it up a bit, make it a little bit smoother. I think it looks really cool. It's very classy. Obviously a pommel heavy design. It kind of reminds me of the Felix Felicis little vial. That's kind of what I was going for with this part of it, for the shape, the general shape. It just feels good. It's a nice, simple wand design, but I really love pommel heavies. I think pommel heavies are like my favorite type of wands. Yeah. And now this one, Meekachii seems to really like this guy. I think it is a cool design. I was going to put this on the end here. I still have another one of these that I do plan on making another wand with it on the end. But this one, I had the idea to basically combine them into one, almost making it like a ball, like there's a ball inside of it, even though it's 2 separate pieces. And then obviously the handle and the blade are very, very simple, simple designs, just kind of squared. We got the 3 little notches that go all the way around. Then we add a little bit of burn in there just so that it's not just a plain red wand. I think that this guy looks really cool. Obviously the handle, the guard, and the pommel blade have more of a standard ratio to them, but we do have, obviously the focal point is going to be the guard here. Most likely you would hold it like this, or you could hold it like this if you want to show this off more. You could really hold it whatever way you want. It doesn't matter. It's not really a pommel heavy. Most of the weight is going to be here in the center. It is a very light wand. I believe this guy's about 12 inches, almost exactly 12 inches. This guy right here is going to be a little bit longer, 13 1/4. Just a good length for most wands is 12 to 13 to 14. I feel like I change that every time. Every time I talk about lengths and like standard lengths that I like. I kind of always change, but usually 12 to 14 I think is a good standard length. Trust me, I mean, I'm sure that if you go back like a couple videos I said something different, so don't quote me on that. Just today, that's how I feel. And then this one is a little bit of a weird one here. You may not be able to see this as much, but this is actually a little shell that that I got, and I attached it to this here. It's not perfectly round, so I didn't want it to be perfectly flat up against this because it wouldn't look right. So I kind of made it like a little pedestal for it, like it was holding it. And then obviously the wand itself has a bunch of detail for itself. It's not like it's a nice, it's not like it's a plain wand, right? It still has a lot of detail. And then we burned the end a little bit just to give it that little bit of depth. So it's not perfectly flat. It's not just one color all the way through. This one has a matte finish on it, which the reason I did that is because I wanted it to match this shell, because the shell is matte as well. I didn't want this to be shiny and then this to be matte. I couldn't make this shiny the way that I mounted it on there. This wand is extremely, extremely fragile. So if you do plan on buying this, I wouldn't be taking it out with you everywhere you go. This is a display wand. This is something that you're going to want to put on a shelf and keep it there because you don't want it to fall. It's definitely physically pommel heavy. The pommel is the heaviest part of it. If this falls, it's going to tend to want to fall like this, and this guy is going to go. If that happens, you're going to be very upset. The wand itself is still pretty cool. You could always chop that off if you don't like it. I would definitely not want to break this. This is one of my favorite types of shell. I'm not sure what kind of shell it is. I just thought it looked really cool. This is one of the shells that we bought down in Florida. I kind of had an idea for like a shell series. So I may actually release all of these shell ones together once I finish making. I have some other shell designs that I have been working on, and I do plan on releasing. Sorry if this video is like going by super quick. I'm kind of just, like I said earlier, a little under the weather, so therefore I'm just trying to get through it and bring you guys some content, and hopefully you guys are somewhat enjoying this new WandsDay, quick little new WandsDay. And then here we have another super fragile wand. This is another shell design, and I think it came out really cool. So obviously also very fragile, right? If you drop this, it will break. I had two of these. While making one, I did break one. So keep that in mind. If you put too much pressure on these, they will break. It's just... Almost forgot. Both of these are made out of Padauk. Padauk is probably my favorite wood to work with. I love the color. It's like this orangey reddish. These both look a lot more red than usual, but both of these look really cool, and they're red. And then this is made out of tiger caspi. I always have trouble saying that, but that's what this guy's made out of. There's a lot of little. I added in these little notches in here just to kind of try to make it more organic-y looking. So if you look closely, there actually is a twist that goes on the center of the shell here. And what I tried to do is just kind of bring that onto the handle and a little bit onto the guard. And then obviously we did this little wrap around it, and that goes inside of the twist. And then we end it all the way up here. This is a cool wand. Again, it is not for taking places. I mean, you can take it, but just at your own risk. If you break this, I'm sure you'll be really, really upset. The wood also goes around the wand here, and I tried to make it so that it kind of blends in and it kind of fades into it, where it kind of tapers around it and then hugs it, and the shell is in the middle. Adding in the wrap kind of just helps combine the look of the wand itself with the pommel, which is the shell. I think this one came out really cool, and I think all four of these wands came out pretty awesome, and I think whoever gets any of these will be pretty happy. I don't know. I would say that my favorite one, I think this guy right here was the hardest to figure out. This one also wasn't easy to get these to be aligned properly. This one right here is the, again, like I said, the simplest, one of my favorites. Not my favorite out of this batch. I would say that probably this guy right here is my favorite, and then this one's my second favorite, just because I really like the shell and how it looks. I would like for you guys to let me know which one is your favorite, and if you guys have any ideas for wands or things you want to see in a future video, let me know down below. I'm always taking ideas from you guys. I read all the comments, so if you guys have any ideas or if you have any criticism, leave it down below. I get a lot of it anyway, so it doesn't matter if I ask you for it or not. You're going to do it anyway. So it doesn't, I don't know why I ask for it every time. So now for this next part, I'm going to show the patrons a special thing that I've been working, another wand that I'm working on that's, I don't know if it's going to come out right. So I'm going to just save it for the patrons. So if you are a patron, go check it out on the page. It'll be a separate upload on there, and you guys can check it out. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Welcome back, guys, and I want to do a special shout out to Benjamin. He just bought 2 of my wands. He's also one of my patrons. He made his own wand boxes following that video, and he specifically said, now I understand. I'm by the way, this isn't exactly what he said, but it was the gist of what he said. Now I understand what you were talking about, as in me, what I was talking about when I said that making boxes sucks and it takes a lot of time. It took him 2 days, probably, you know, at night, working on them a little bit, to finish making his 2 wand boxes. And as you can see, they came out pretty dope, pretty dank, pretty good. I like them. You got like a granite vinyl or something wrapped around that box. Looks pretty freaking good. And I could see, and I'm glad that you understand how hard it is. I just want to thank you for purchasing those and giving them a great home. I love when people post pictures of my creations sitting on an awesome Harry Potter inspired shelf or whatever. In your case, just an awesome what is it called? Entertainment system. It looks freaking awesome, and I'm happy that they're in a good home. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked. Leave a comment down below letting me know which wand was your favorite. And if you want to submit your own wand for review, if you're a wand maker or if you just dabble here and there, you got some creations. We do a wand review video every once in a while as well. I have a ton of wands on there, so if you don't want to submit yours, there's no need. But I'm just letting you guys know. If you do, send them over to newwandsday@gmail.com. Just with some information about the wand, maybe how many you've made, what's the core, why you made it, a little story, some background. I love reading your guys. Some of you guys submit some cool background stories about the wands. Those are cool. I like them. I do read them all, so feel free to do that. Okay? newwandsday@gmail.com. See you guys in the next video. Bye.